EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. It's going to be a wet one. Here we go from the second city. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On second down, it's Williams. Open man, that's Luther Burden. Pull him up and down, just shy of the 40. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Chicago.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's a short throw caught by Clement. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
This run straight ahead for Etienne.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To the right, on the run, it's Etienne. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the 1st down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got 30. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
ETN. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
This is not his home. This is a revelation. How to get it gone. You're a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. You're building me frustrated like I can, baby. Teach you something, make you correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That's a short one caught by Loveland.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. Defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
On the give, it's ETN. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one caught the floor.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. ETN. He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
They'll try and throw, and here's Williams. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete. It brings up fourth down. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. They're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And he's going to be brought down past the 45. 12 yards yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And the Patriots first down. A gain of 12.
To throw on first down is made. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. And the Bears have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Run the toss here to Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Williams to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. The carry here for Etienne. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At the 21-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Inside the 10, it is caught. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
That's good.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick it up. And
that is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. That is second TV catch of the season.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Santos good on the extra point. The Bears are out to a 10-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown.
35-yard line.
With the trying to get that wide receiver screen set up, but this one will not work. It's incomplete.
So there's a sense of urgency with these RPOs, especially in the NFL game, because your linemen, they're thinking it's a run, so you can't allow them to get downfield. So that's where this quick decision-making from the quarterback is so critical, and the timing of this one just wasn't quite right and falls incomplete.
And he gets this up close to the 40. Tyler Ford prepared to make the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here. Like, if they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
So after that turnover on the opening drive, the last thing you'd want to do here, Mike, is go back on the field and just go 3 and out. So they pick up a first down. They're able to extend this possession. It's going to go a long way towards just settling everybody in that offensive huddle down and letting the rest of this game unfold.
He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henderson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Patriots first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. They had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
Here's May to throw it on first down. The throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Lost the game.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 3rd and 2, it's May. That is caught by the tight end, Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. That his first touchdown of the new year. The PAT up and good. And the Pats are on the board. It's 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
What is up?
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones. And if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
On second down, here's Etienne. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
What is going on?
To throw, it's Williams. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
What is up?
Throwing is Williams. Caught left side by Gunzen. The Patriots going to use their 1st timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
What is it up? We got Hornet! Hornet!
They'll try and run for the 1st with Etienne. And he's not going to get there. Waller right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind, as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Crazy!
Maynard on 1st and 10. It's check down Gibson out of the backfield. And he's been taken down right at midfield.
15 yards.
Crazy!
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Close by Henry, open downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another Patriots.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run it here with Antonio Gibson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake, it's May. Got his man at the 6. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
That's another Patriots 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's May. That one to the end zone, but incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
What is up?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Now timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10.
What is it on? Here we go.
Once again, it's ETN. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. They're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
First down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. But it goes as an incompletion. Looks like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack. And it'll set up a third down.
Great job, great. Five.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And it's into the hands of Diggs. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. Fourth down.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
What is on?
They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. They'll mark them down at the 44-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Chicago.
At the 45-yard line.
What is up?
They try to set up the screen, but this one's doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down.
At the 36-yard line.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
It's going to be third. They need one. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense is right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
We'll try left side with ETN. It's very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Williams. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
2. Here's third and 2.
What is up?
Now Williams. Flushed to his right. Will try to run for it.
Good awareness there on third. He's thinking there's nothing there. Tuck it and head for the sticks. He's able to get the first down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive
at
alive.
the 19-yard line.
What is up?
On the ground, here's ETN. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
What is it on? Here we go.
On second down, it's Williams. As he throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
What is it on?
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's going to be intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdowns, Patriots.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that, that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
Patriots 14, Bears 13.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready, throw.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
That's good for a Bears first down.
Ready, throw.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This run straight ahead for ETN. He'll get this ahead for about 3. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Here's Williams now to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. Third down coming up.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive. And he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
The Patriots take over first and 10. At their own
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Finding it very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3. From the 21, here's second and 7.
Five.
Off the play fake, here's May. The look at his big target, Henry, over the middle. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
41-yard line.
Here's May. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. To throw now, May. Left side, he's got Henry. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That gets him to 100 yards exactly after that reception and gets his team a first down.
First down, Patriots.
Crazy.
Here's May again. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down? Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Gordon. And the Bears are going to take possession.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That one incomplete.
Williams pass.
And he's lucky this one didn't go back the other way, Mike. He got away with just a bad decision, bad throw. And defensively, you get a chance to steal a possession for your offense. You got to capitalize and make those plays.
Now a handoff. ETN. Past the 45. Travis Etienne. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
Well, we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
Patriots 14.
So a big change here. They go from down 1, score the touchdown, add the 2. Now they lead by 7 as they kick it off.
The Patriots
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete contact, but the flags going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit. That right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
Whiskey!
They'll run. It's ETN. Finding room to the 20. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punt. Travis Etienne. Touchdown there. And his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Santos good on the extra point. And the Bears have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. He'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. Johnson now on 1st and 10. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Patriots. First down.
Crazy.
It's a gain of 17
On 1st and 10, here's May. Oh, man, that's Kyle Williams. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Gain of 18. That's another Patriots.
May now on 1st and 10. Working free downfield. It is Williams. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Patriot first down.
Throwing now is May. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
Biggie Angel. What is up?
The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And the defense signaling safety here. The official says he made it out of the end zone, but not by much.
2nd and 10.
These situations here, Mike, you can see this defensive line is just chomping at the bit. They can see a safety coming. They don't quite get the safety in this case. They still hold them to no gain. Brings up 2nd down.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, he gets swarmed under. They meet him in the end zone. It is a safety.
Tackle occurred in the end zone. Result of the play is a safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. That is fielded at the 20. And will be taken down as the next drive will begin.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Patriots first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down.
To throw on first down is May. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
He's across midfield. Down the sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one.
That's good.
1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now May. Pass to the outside. He's got Diggs. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 16-yard line.
May to the air once more. Have a quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Hey, what's up? Crazy. Yep,
Douglas in motion. May to throw again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and set up second down. Throw again is made. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Hunter Henry is the one he was looking to connect with. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, what's up?
They're going to hold on to this one. And he's going nowhere. Matt is dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. It's a turnover.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
What is going on?
On the give, it's ETN. The defense stringing them out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now a screen set up for ETN. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. The Bears send out their punt team as they try to play the field position. And this is going to be a touchdown. Right place, right time. They avoid a turnover and turn it into 6 points. Greg, we talk about it so often. Very little room to operate. And the special teams unit takes advantage, not only the block, but they recover for the touchdown.
And this is always the concern, Mike. Anytime you have to operate and punt out of your own end zone, there's just not the necessary space like there is in the field between the punter and the protection unit. In this case, the defense just gets aggressive. They put the rush on. They come away with the block. Touchdown. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one. But it's not going to work out.
From the gun, a give to ETN. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the lines. It's a loss of a couple.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course, you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
What is up?
They'll run it once more with ETN. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll drop to throw. Nice shot caught by Odunze. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. They'll come up now for second down. Working out of the gun. It's May. Defender drapes all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts.
A big gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a